Hey everyone, Lance here. Welcome to my review on the Audio-Technica ATH-M20X headphones. These are the entry-level model to the well-renowned M-series line of DJ headphones from Audio-Technica. Most people, or a lot of people, have heard of the ATH-M50s. So again, this is the entry-level headphone to that lineup. This is also the upgraded version from the previous model, the ATH-M20. So today I want to talk about the basics, of course, like sound quality, comfort, also give you a live sound leak test so you can hear how much sound leaks out of these headphones at different volumes. And then as well, I'd like to include some points about using these as DJ headphones and how will they actually function as that. So whether you're thinking of using these just for home use or for a DJ style headphone, hopefully you'll get the information you need to make a good decision. As always, do check below and I'll include any important links for you, particularly where you can get these at for the best price. Now these are closed back headphones. They also have 40mm drivers. And then as you can see from the headband, it does have a decent amount of cushion here. On the sides, you can see the adjustments are right here where you can move it up and down. It's not a click adjustment, so it's more of a smooth adjustment there. So now I'll go ahead and talk about using these as DJ headphones. There's about 8 different things I like to consider when choosing a good pair of DJ headphones. The first is using them with one ear on and one ear off, and are they comfortable to do that? You know, and DJs will use them different ways. Sometimes you'll see them, you know, around the back or do all sorts of stuff. But for these, I can certainly comfortably have one on one ear and then one off the other ear, and that's so you can hear music that you're maybe getting ready to cue up on the one side, and then on the other side that's not covered by your headphone, that's where you're listening to music that's playing right now. So you want to be able to hear both. And again, these do a great job of that. Along those lines is sound isolation. And so how good of a job do these do at being able to really just hear what's going on inside, let's say this ear cup, while you're hearing the outside noise? So does it really isolate that outside noise? Again, these do a great job of that. With that as well is the idea of how loud can these get so that you can actually hear the music that's going on inside here. Again, these do a really nice job so that you can certainly hear the music, even if it's really loud on the outside. You know, music's playing, people are yelling and screaming, that type of a thing. So again, really nice job, both for sound isolation and being able to get loud enough. And that comes from the sensitivity of the headphones. These are a little bit less sensitive than the previous model, but I believe about by 2 decibel points. So not a lot, but still pretty easy to drive and should do a really good job for most people at getting loud enough. Now the cable is another important feature. This is a straight cable. The previous model had the coiled cable. I think for DJ use, the coiled cable actually works a little bit better. And the reason for that is so if you're right up close to your gear, the coiled cable shortens so you're not stepping all over your cable or it's getting under your feet. And then if you have to move further away to go, you know, reach or get to something else, the cable gets longer. So you want a long cable either way. The difference with the straight cable, again, is it can get underfoot a little bit more. Now, I prefer a straight cable for home use. So depending on how you want to use these, if you're using these more for home use, you may prefer the straight cable. If you're using them for DJ use, you know, you'll probably know what works best for you, but that's something to consider with these headphones. Now, durability is also really important with DJ headphones, and Audio-Technica does a great job of making durable, long-lasting headphones that are pretty flexible. These aren't as flexible as the ATH-M50s, but they still do a really nice job. They have some great flex in the headband, also really being able to move these around. Of course, the ear cups pivot nicely. You have a little bit of that side-to-side action as well. Even though they're a plastic build, they still hold up, like I said, really well. Now, in terms of the comfort of these headphones, they also do a very nice job as comfortable over-ear headphones. They're not too heavy. Again, they're 190 grams. The older model was 320 grams, so they feel lighter on the head, which makes them that much more comfortable to wear. They do a great job of not being a overly clampy headphone as well, especially considering they're a DJ, you know, studio monitor type headphone. I don't find them too clampy, which I don't always get to say that, especially about studio type or DJ type headphones. So I really enjoy these. If you wanted to use these like in an office environment or home environment and wear them for hour after hour, you certainly could. The one thing is it does get a little bit warmer around in the ears here, and that's because of that great sound isolation you get. It gives you that nice seal. But if ear warmth is an issue for you, you may want to consider something else if you plan on wearing these a long time. I don't find that the heat is uncomfortable. It's just noticeable. Even after just a few minutes of use, you can feel that heat start to build up a little bit. So, but otherwise, very comfortable headphones, even considering these are the entry-level point to the M series lineup. They didn't skimp on comfort here. The ear pads are comfortable. It's not too clampy of a headphone. Really, really nice job comfort-wise. Then, of course, the other big one is sound quality. And sound quality for these headphones, there's two things I want to talk about. One for use as DJ headphones, and then two just for regular home use. So again, with the DJ headphone, you're really wanting something that can give you great clarity in your music. You want to hear that imagery. You want to hear the distinction in the instruments. And that's important because, again, if you have the outside music that's going on or people screaming and yelling, and you really want to hear when that next sound is coming up, or that part of a track that's really important, or you want to hear the snare drum or whatever it is, or the hi-hats, you want to hear those mids and hear those highs, you want the nice punchy bass, and these do a really nice job of delivering on all of that. Very clear headphones. What's amazing about these to me is that you can actually hear the sound signature of the ATH-M50s in these. You can hear the clarity, you can hear just that great neutrality, the great detail and clarity, as I keep saying here, in your music. Not to the same extent, obviously, as the ATH-M50s, but if you can't afford those, these are a great starting point. From a sound quality standpoint, you'll be impressed. It's a great value. It's really impressive how nice these sound, how clear instruments sound through these headphones. So for DJ use, the sound quality on these is fantastic. Now that also translates into the home use great as well. Again, just like with the ATH-M50s, a lot of people who aren't DJs love the headphones. You know, myself included, I love using them for home use just because sometimes I really want to hear, a particular song, and I just love hearing the clarity in the instruments and the music and the vocals, and I love that nice punchy bass that's not boomy, it's not overwhelming, but it's definitely there. And so likewise, if you just want to use these at home, they'll work great for you as just a very transparent, great imagery. You can hear the distinction in the different instruments. You can hear that clarity in your music. And again, across the mids and the highs, you don't have that thing where the bass starts to take over into the mids, or vocals that have, a deep low notes to them start to get drowned out or muddied over with the bass. You don't get that with these at all. Like I said, it's very clear, great clarity, really defined music comes through in these. And of course, if you want to use them for things like watching movies or gaming, they certainly work great for that as well. They're one of the perfect all-purpose headphones, meaning you can listen to any genre of music with these and they sound fantastic. Classical music sounds incredible. Hearing violins, cellos, piano music sounds great. Even electronic music, dubstep, rap, hip-hop sounds awesome. Vocals and instrumentals also sound really good. Just whatever you love to listen to, you're just going to hear it with such clarity and brilliance. You'll just be blown away. So even though these are the entry-level headphones to the, like I said, well-renowned M series lineup for Audio-Technica, these still hold their own. They do a really nice job. So from a sound quality standpoint, I would feel really good recommending these to anyone, whether for DJ use or just for regular home use. So bottom line, these are a fantastic pair of headphones. Whether you're looking at using these as a DJ and you want a great entry-level professional pair of DJ headphones to get you started with, these will absolutely do the job. They have the great build quality, the excellent sound clarity, they're comfortable to wear, and so they do just a really nice job all the way around in all those different points I described earlier. The one thing is, if you do want a coiled cable instead of a straight cable, you may want to consider something else, as this cable unfortunately isn't detachable. But otherwise, an incredible pair of DJ headphones to get you started. On the other side of the coin, if you just want to use these for home use, you're not interested in being a DJ, you just really want to enjoy your music, hear the clarity in your music, hear the details. You love hearing lows, mids, and highs. You want to hear bass, but you don't want it to dominate everything. You're not a bass head per se. Then you'll really enjoy these as well. Also, if you love listening to a variety of music, these would be a great choice because they can handle any type, any genre of music. Whatever you like to listen to sounds incredible on these headphones. So hopefully this review is helpful for you. As always, leave a thumbs up. I do appreciate that. And again, check below for any other relevant information about these headphones, including where you can purchase these at for the best price. But again, thanks for your time. I appreciate you watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.
had to solder that wire back on. Pulled the earmuffs off, undid 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put them right here. Got to put them all back in, so I'll just send you guys a bill for that.